Hey, what's up everybody? What's up everybody, Gerald here and welcome back down the lake with me. I'm fishing once again and we are in the swim that we finished off in last week where I had all the liners on the left hand rod. As soon as I've got here, I've had a little walk around the lake, didn't see any fish. I put my rods in this swim and walked around because I thought I was going to fish this swim. The minute I got back here I saw 3 fish just jumping all over the swims. So I've cast all 3 rods to where I saw the fish and I will show you where they are now. Okay, so the left hand rod is just off the tree down here where I had all the liners last week. There was a fish that leapt there when I got here. The middle rod, which was a perfect cast, is right in that dark gap over there along the margin of the island. Now any fish patrolling up and down the margin of the island will hopefully find that bait. And then my right hand rod is where I saw another fish jump, which is just in the middle of this weed bed over here. Just right there, right in a little clear gap. It went down with a nice thud, so I know it's fishing well. Oh my god guys, I don't know how much of that I got on camera. I'll have to look back through the footage in a minute, but in the net I've got a fish. Oh yes. Are you recording? Yes. So here we go guys, this is what we've been waiting for. After 3 sessions on the new lake, I'm so excited. Here is 21 pound, 1 ounce of probably the most beautiful carp I've ever caught. It was so well worth waiting. Look at this beautiful mirror carp. It is stunning. I can't believe how beautiful it is. It was so worth the wait. It came on the middle rod, which was on a Pineapple Power pop-up that I used last week, which was cast right into that snag on the opposite island in the gap that I showed you. And it is a stunning fish. It gave me a right scrap. It got caught up in one of my other rods. It was an absolute nightmare, but just look at this fish. It is beautiful. Let me just turn it around so you can see this other side, as it has got a little bit of damage on that side. Spin around, come here. It's a fully scaled mirror and it is a stunner. So let's get some photos and get her back in the water. There we go. I've got the photos. Now we're going to get this fish back where it belongs. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Carp. See you later. Come on, mate. See ya. Oh, yes! Oh, now I've got to sort out my swim because it's an absolute mess. So this is the rig I caught the fish on, and it is one of the most simple pop-up rigs you will ever see. All it is 25 pound supernatural braid, a size 8 wide gape cap to hook with a little sleeve there just to kick the braid out away from the lead, and then a swan shot down the bottom here, and it sits perfect just like that off the bottom, not too high off because I'm putting boilies out so the fish are feeding closer to the bottom. So I don't want the pop-up too far up to spook them. And then that was the bait, the high vis pineapple juice pop-up that's been covered in the Power Smoke pineapple goo. It done the job. So I've put the kettle on. I think I deserve a cup of tea after that fish. That's what I've been waiting for. It was so worth the wait. What an absolute beauty. I can't remember if I got all the way through telling you what bait was on what rod, so let's do that now. Left hand rod was a hybrid boilie with a yellow bit of sweet corn just to top it off, and that's down by the tree just down there. The middle rod, which is what I caught the fish on, was the pineapple pop-ups soaked in the Power Smoke goo, and then the right hand rod is a Frutella pop-up. I've never caught a fish on them, but I'm just trying to see if pink or yellow or orange, there's a trigger colour. So far the orange pineapple one's gone off. So by tipping this one off with yellow, I've got colours for all of them. So when I got here, I couldn't believe how much the lake had changed in a week. The geese have had some babies, and they weren't too happy about me being very close to them. There is surface weed all over the lake. Now, the platform swims are covered in surface weed. The swim that we fished the first time we were here, down next to the oak swim, is completely covered in surface weed. The shallows isn't too bad, so I decided to come in the tent swim, because after walking around and seeing no signs of fish, as soon as I got here, I actually left my gear here. I came here first, left my gear, and then went for a walk. I saw signs of fish. Now since then I've seen more signs of fish. I'm getting a lot of liners on my left hand rod, which I think are probably smaller fish pecking at the sweet corn. But just over in a bay, just past where I can get to because of an overhanging tree, there's a lot of fish crashing out of the water, like literally leaping out of the water and then landing back in. I don't think you'd be able to cast to it from the platform swims, and there's no real swims that you can fish further along this bank. So I chose to come in here because this is a bit of water that probably doesn't get fished a lot. You can't cast from the shallows, you can't cast from the boat swim or the waterfall up here because of the overhanging tree which I'm fishing to, and there's also an overhanging tree which cuts off this bay that I'm fishing where I caught the fish from. So I thought they probably don't see a lot of line in the lake here. The fish won't be as worried about swimming up and down the margins, and it seems to have paid off. So in my haste to get out this morning, I forgot to pick up a spoon for my tea. I've then gone and put milk in my tea and realised that the milk is off. Great. So now I just have a bottle of water to drink. I have got gammon sandwiches though, thanks Anne. So my swim's just there, and let me show you where the fish are crashing. Now I can't cast to them because of this tree that's here, but they're in this bay. It's just all along this bank up here. And they keep jumping out, so the fish are definitely on the feed and on the move. The water has also gone crystal clear. I don't know how well you can see because of the glare, but the water is very, very clear. So I think having high visibility baits right now is doing me the trick. I'm glad I switched over to pop-ups. I don't normally fish pop-ups, I normally fish a lot of bottom baits, but the switch over seems to work, so happy days. So, we've put the day shelter up. The sky has turned a bit grey. I did get the heads up from Scudder, who is not that far away, probably about 30-40 minutes away, that it was tipping it down. So I've decided to put that up under his advice, and he's looking like he's right. The sky has gone very, very grey. I've just recast all 3 rods, put more bait around them, and now I'm going to get settled in. The time is 12 o'clock, midday, so it'll be lunchtime soon. I'm going to get settled in here and just relax. So I'm a great believer in effort equals reward. As you can see, this swim is an absolute pain in the arse to cast in, but what a reward I've got from sticking at it and really trying my hardest to get the baits where I wanted them. Now luckily it went in there first go, and I've managed to get every other cast pretty much where I want it first go, so I'm not creating too much of a disturbance. Fishing this swim probably isn't, like I say, most people's first choice because of how awkward it is, and it doesn't get fished a lot. You can tell it doesn't get fished a lot because it was overgrown. I've had to like clear it a tiny little bit just to make it a little bit more fishable. And it just seems like a really good fish holding spot. There's a lot of snags. It's halfway down the lake. I can see both ends of the lake from here if I wasn't sitting in this day shelter. And if I saw fish moving at either end, I could then pack up and move. Now it's all gone quiet over in that bay that I showed you earlier. The swans and the geese are just going nutty at each other as per normal. I think because they've probably all got eggs and all expecting babies. Like I say, the geese have had their babies, so they're probably just protecting them from the swans. And what's quite annoying is they don't actually fly across the lake. They do this weird like fly run where their legs are actually in the water, and it's like making an absolute disturbance all across the top of the lake. So here comes the rain. Let's hope it's just a little shower that passes, because loading up the car, which is a convertible, and the only way of getting the rods in is putting the roof down in the rain, is not much fun. So it's 1 o'clock, the rain has come and gone now, so it's starting to brighten back up again. No signs of any fish, no bleeps, no bites. So fingers crossed we might get another one. I'm just going to sit here, relax and enjoy the rest of the day now that I've caught a fish finally. So I'm loose feeding just a couple of hands of sweet corn on the left hand right hand rods. Now I don't want to put too much in because I don't want to get the fish too concentrated on small baits. So with that I have also chucked in a couple of handfuls of boilies just on the left and right hand rod. The middle rod, which I caught the fish on, I haven't put any bait around it. Now I've put the rod straight back where it was, and again I've not put any bait around it, so I'm just fishing for a bite over there. I feel like fish will patrol naturally up and down that margin anyway, whereas the left and the right hand rod I'm trying to attract the fish in. So right next to where I'm fishing is this tree, and you can actually climb up it and get a good view of the swim we're fishing. So let's get up here. Up we go! So I don't know how well you can, but our bait is just over here on the opposite bank. And from getting up here and having a good look, from what I can see, it's very shallow. Just here's a big shallow patch right here, and it drops off as you get over to the far margin. There are fish on the surface over there, as well as that coot that's just dived down. So let's just pause the video right there. Having re-watched the footage, I've realised that it wasn't actually a coot that was diving down, and it was a fish topping taking something off the surface. One right by where my bait is actually, so I think I'm going to get down just in case it goes off. Get down, get down. Get down, get down, there's a fish. So I've been standing in the tree for 10-15 minutes just watching fish swim up and down this bank in between these two snags. There was one fish that looked huge, bigger than the one I'd caught. I mean, from a distance it looked big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the right hand rod and I'm going to try and get it on this side of this snag, and then leave the middle rod over in this snag over here. I'm just going to climb back up the tree, see if there's any fish in there. If there's no fish there, that's when I'm going to cast. I don't want to spook fish if they're in the swim. So at the minute I'm going to leave it, I'm going to climb up the tree, wait for a minute when there's nothing there, and then cast the right hand rod. It's 20 past 2 and the middle rod has just slammed round so hard that it moved the bank sticks. I struck into it and it felt rock solid straight away. I'd picked up a load of surface weed on the middle rod, which made it feel a lot heavier. As I was reeling in, it was bouncing, like the rod tip was bouncing. I was starting to gain a little bit of line, and then it just gave way and went free. Now I didn't lose my rig or anything, but I did bring in a ton of weed, so I don't know if a fish has picked up the bait and just dive head first into the weed, and that's what snagged me up. Not sure, but it was just a bit weird that the rod tore off, the bite line tore off, the rod swung round, the back rest spun round. That's how hard this fish took it and picked up the bait and run. So yeah, probably a lost fish there, but I'm not complaining. We've already had one today, so we can't complain when we've had a fish. So it's coming up to 3 o'clock and I'm actually thinking about packing up and going home. Now the main reason for that is, one, the traffic around here is atrocious when it comes to like 4 or 5 o'clock when I want to go home. and it really does annoy me. Two, I'm actually coming back Friday night and fishing with the guys, so even though this has been a short session, this week I'm definitely going to get my fishing in. I'm going to do Friday night and then go home Saturday morning, just because I've got to go work Saturday night. I can't get the day off. Now, just because I've caught a fish from this swim doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to always fish this swim. I would like to fish all the other swims and try and find spots. I have learnt a lot today from fishing this one. I know the fish now patrol all up and down that margin, up the back on the island. I thought they did anyway, but to see the fish whilst I was up the tree has really confirmed that for me. I found a nice clear spot just out in the middle as well, which we've been able to see where it shallows up. So it looks like there's a bar that runs down the middle of this lake, just through the middle here, and then it goes out, and that's why it's weedy. So I found a nice clear spot right out in the middle, and I'm going to be putting bait on that just before I go home, and then I'll come back Friday and I'll put more bait on it and just see if it clears up, because it's quite a small patch where the fish are quite obviously been feeding. So if I put some bait in around that and just see if that spot clears up more, then we know fish are definitely feeding on that bit. So if you don't see me, that means I've gone home and I haven't caught any fish. If I do come back and you see another clip, that means I've caught fish. But for now, it's tight lines, wet nets, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks a lot. What's up everybody, Gerald here, and it's Friday evening, it's 8:20 and we're back down the lake doing the night like I said we were going to. Now Pat is also in the swim with me, he's got his 3 rods out. They're just all out across the middle of the lake around here, and I believe there's one just down there. I've only got 2 rods out, and I've got one over there and then one over there. We're in the shallow swim because we thought this would be the easiest one for us both to fish in. Now Scudder was meant to be down here with us, but unfortunately he's been called out with work, so he is stuck. I won't be able to make it.
Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Gerald. Just giving you a report. I'm just in my van at the moment, just hoping to get myself a few fish tonight. I mean, I've got really chance because I ain't got any rods in the water, and I'm sitting outside a in Dover because I got called out. I was meant to be fishing.
And he's not missing much, no fish so far. We've been here a couple of hours, just been chilling. I haven't really felt like recording because I've been at work all day, a bit tired, so we're just doing the night. So I'm just going to do just a quick little video here, and going to settle down for the night and just recast, got all the baits out. It is absolutely tipping it down. Hopefully the rain stops by the morning. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Morning, it's 5:45, something like that, and the weather has finally stopped raining. It's been raining on and off all night. It kept waking me up. No fish, very quiet, fish wise, just not the rain wise. I'm going to pack up.
Hi guys, this is Pat, reporting for Gerald. Been in the shallows last night. Didn't have anything, although there was reports that Gerald had at least 7 slugs. So that is a new lake record. Steve Miller's here now. He's looking to get himself a little bit wet. Hey. Apart from that, still got the rods out. Waiting for Scudder to turn up because he's a melt. That's it. Have fun everybody. Tight lines, wet nets. Catch some fish. Let's do this.
Hi everyone, this is Steve for Gerard. Down at the lake, got here about 6:15 this morning. Got me 3 rods out. I'm on one of the first swims as you come in. It's absolutely peeing hard. Hi, this is Steve for Gerard. Been here 5 hours now. Only had 1 blip, and that was a swan taking my Nash Citrus bait. Apart from that, nothing at all. But it's
Hi, this is Gerald. I'm just here with Gerald. Just want to say hi.
hiya.
Just want to pop down the lake because the tenant weren't in.